What's up, everybody? I'm back with another Tool Deals video, and we did it. 14,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so much. So anyway, first up, we have some stocking stuffers, and then I'm going to get to some slightly bigger things, but everything today, again, is pretty cheap. So tomorrow we'll get back into the kind of more expensive things. But we have these little lights here. So these things, they come around every holiday season at Home Depot, and I like them. They eat some batteries though. Like my kids, I have these big closets in my country house, and there's no lights in them. And so I stuck these things up. It was a great solution. And I mean, leave it to my son. He just turned them on and walk away, and obviously all the batteries died. And each one takes like an absorbent amount of batteries, to like 3 AAA batteries, but they're super convenient without having to do any like running wire or anything like that. Just stick these things up for $14.88, and unlike a lot of the other stuff we've been seeing this holiday season, this is the same price as it was last year. Okay, so there you go with that, $14.88. Or were they $12.88? No, I'm pretty sure they were $14.88. Moving on. I talked about this last year, and I thought it was so cool. I had a Husky ratcheting screwdriver when that thing had to be like almost 15 years old, and this was back when Husky was red. It was black and red. Well, Husky was sporting the red, and it held all the bits inside the handle. This is not that. Okay, as soon as I made that video last year talking about how great this was and how cool it was, because the way it works, when you twist your wrist to the right, it'll obviously turn it to the right, and when you twist to the left, as long as you're holding this thing in the middle, you have to hold this in the middle, and you have this set to the right. When you turn to the left to wind it back up, it'll still turn to the right. So every twist and turn, this will keep going to the right or to the left. But one, it doesn't hold that many bits inside of it. Like, it comes with like maybe 12 bits, and you can only hold this is 12. So okay, there we go. 15 pieces, but it only holds 12. Right? What's up with that? I don't like that. And then this thing detaches, this pole, and you can make it shorter, which is kind of convenient. See there, you can make it shorter. But again, where you gonna keep this extra? I don't even know what my short one is. I mean, where you gonna keep it? You can't keep it in the handle. I don't like. They need a whole bag, and it just gets. I don't like it. Every time I look at it, I get mad. I'm not gonna throw it away. It's an 18-piece set. I'm not gonna throw it away or anything, but I get mad. But I could definitely understand why only 64% of people recommend it. I'm one of the 36. Moving on. Don't buy it. Get that out of there. All right, impact socket adapter set. Look at this, 97%. I bought this last year too. I haven't had a chance to use it. I haven't needed to yet. They're definitely like little specialty tools, unless you're a mechanic and work on cars every single day, and you still might not use them every day. Most of the time, you don't need them, but there are times when this is exactly what you need. And no offense to Harbor Freight, they have some good tools, but don't get these things from Harbor Freight. Like, you want high quality, and Husky just happened to make some good ones. Impact socket extensions. Ask me how I know. The last thing you want is one of these to break off inside of inside of something. Just it's tragic. I still have not made that repair. I just left it alone because it broke off. I can't get it out. So anyway, I'll just leave it at that. And it's been 2 years. I just keep riding and just hope it don't break, because I couldn't fix it. Anyway, moving on. I mean, it just turned tragic. Just make sure you get impact rated extensions and stuff like that. Sockets, bits, all that. Impact rated, okay? And those are $10. Oops. And those are $10. So moving on, going back to things that you shouldn't buy. Why are you doing this? Why? Like, really? 90, like, this many people bought this? At least 963 people? Well, a lot of y'all got this for free in those reviews. But who's buying this? Why? What are you doing? $89? He's like, yeah, Chris, that's good. That's a good drill. That Ryobi brushless thing. That thing works really good. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying it, but are you really buying this set over a DeWalt, over a Makita, over a Milwaukee, over a Metabo HPT, over a Bosch? Now, admittedly, that $99 Bosch, people didn't like that. I would get something else. But oh, a rigid? Are you really doing that? Look, hold on. Are you really gonna buy that over this? Huh? Lifetime warranty? 620 pounds? Are you really gonna do that? Of course you're not gonna do that. Are you really gonna buy that over this Makita? Are you really gonna do that? Of course you're not gonna do that. Are you really? I mean, this doesn't come with a battery or a charger or a bag, but this is the creme de la creme of drills right here. You really gonna buy that over spending $10 extra to get this Milwaukee Fuel hammer drill with the handle? You really gonna do that? Now, admittedly, again, you gotta go buy a battery and charger, but still, you really gonna do that? You really gonna buy that over this Milwaukee brushless with the charger and the battery in the bag? You really gonna do that? Because it came with 2 batteries? You really gonna do that? Are you really gonna buy that over this DeWalt $99 with 2 batteries? Are you really gonna do that? And are you really gonna buy that instead of spending $10 extra and get an impact driver and a drill this rigid? Are you really gonna do that? Of course you're not gonna do that. You have so many other options for an extra $10. Come on, don't make me have to come pluck you in your forehead, okay? Get this out of here. We don't want to see that. Moving on. We skipping through Home Depot for a minute. We're going to take a detour on over to Sears. I appreciate, again, I can't remember names. I'm sorry. I wish I did. Oh, I need to be better at that. But one of you contributed greatly to the community yesterday. And when I was talking about those Husky mechanic sets, one of you said, hey, man, Sears has a Craftsman 450-piece set for $199, and it has a whole bunch of sockets, which they do. Here you go, right here. This thing has 191 sockets, okay? You have some 6-point, 8-point, and 12-point sockets. And this has a full-blown warranty. The only thing, this has a full lifetime warranty, which means there's no limitations or anything like that. The only thing when you look at the warranty, though, it does specifically say you have to take it back to the same place you bought it from, which I don't think you really have a problem with that. However, again, how many Kmart's are there? How many Sears are there these days? It's not a whole lot of them, so you got to keep that in mind. Ironically, in my little country town, we have a Sears, and I don't have a Home Depot or Lowe's, but you got to kind of think about that. You know, if you do need to take advantage of the warranty, you do need to have one of these stores nearby. I do like the Husky for the convenience of finding the Home Depot because you can find them anywhere and they're flush with cash. Unlike Sears, you know, they've been closing their doors, so I'm a little leery of buying that stuff, and I'm kind of just saying I probably won't be able to redeem these warranties for that much longer. But anyway, so you do have this for $199. I appreciate that tip. We appreciate you, bro. Moving on. All right, moving on over to Direct Tools. They are having a semi-sale, 40% off, and that sounds like a lot, and it's decent, but a lot of these deals are not all that fantastic. But I did pull out a few that were pretty good. Now, keep in mind, Direct Tools has a flat shipping rate of, it was $15. Okay, let's make sure, because last year it was $10. And then before that, I think it was $7 or something like that, so inflation. So it's $15. And if you end up buying just this, because, only $18, I mean, you're going to end up paying more than what it is at Home Depot, which Home Depot is $24 with free shipping. So this is $17.99. Again, it's good in a pinch. I don't like it because of when you are squeezing this trigger, the cold air comes out of this side. And usually we're using inflators in the wintertime, so wear gloves. Now, they also have this light, this job site light. I've done a video on this, and I'll leave it up here in the upper right-hand corner. The lighting was terrible in there, ironically, and I was using all those lights, but it kind of helped you see the benefit and non-benefit of these lights. So here's the issue with this. $78 is a great price for this. It does take up it has a large footprint. It takes up a wide area on the floor because of it's the weird design. It only extends up to like 5 feet or 4.5 feet. I hate that it keeps disappearing. All right, it only extends up to like 4.5 or 5 feet. I can't remember exactly, but it doesn't go that high. It does fold up, and it's easy to carry around once it's folded up, but it's clunky and kind of, it's not that difficult to fold up. You get used to it. But here's the thing. It does have different modes. You can do stuff like that with it, but you know, the rocket light, the M12, is not hard to get it in positions like this either. And it'll, again, like I said, take up less space on the ground. The thing with this is it's very bright, but the color of the light is not great. It's like a hyper white, so it has a bluish tint. And if this is all you had, you'd be like, man, what are you talking about? It's great light. Until you get one of those Milwaukee lights, the Milwaukee rocket lights, and you'll say, ah, yeah, this is significantly better because it's more like sunlight. It has a yellowish tint, which I don't know, it gives like everything like kind of a 4D effect. You can see things that you can't see with this. So little details you can't see with this hyper white light, and it's this kind of blinding light. And a lot of times when it hits certain surfaces, it'll flush everything out, and you can't see at all because it's so bright, and it will reflect back. The yellow light doesn't do that. Most surfaces absorb that yellow light and just kind of illuminate everything on the surface. So again, the rocket lights are better, but for $78, if you just wanted something really bright, this is not bad. But again, remember that $15 shipping fee. And here's this inflator. It's $41.99. It's on sale for $59 at Home Depot. Again, don't buy this stuff alone because that shipping fee is going to eat you up. You want to do, you know, buy more than one thing. And I like this inflator because there's a lot of inflators out there, but there are only two that are powered by more than just battery, and that is this Rigid and it is the DeWalt. I like that you can plug this into the cigarette lighter. Here's the thing about these inflators. They're great to keep inside the car. However, you can't keep the battery inside the car because during that winter season, that battery going to die. It's going to, you know, it's going to be too cold and it's going to lose its charge, and eventually it's just going to die. And the time you need this thing to work, it won't. So now this one is different because again, it comes with this adapter set to plug into the cigarette lighter, and it'll work, you know, just fine. But those other ones, the Ryobis and the Milwaukees, they don't do that. They don't. I really don't understand why the M18 Milwaukee is not hybrid, but it's not for whatever reason. The Ryobi should be hybrid. It's shaped just like the DeWalt, but it's not. Only the Rigid and the DeWalt, and the DeWalt is $130. It's way, way too much money. And the DeWalt can actually be plugged into AC outlet, but you need a $90 adapter, and it's a big brick. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so this is the best of the best, and it's priced great. So there you go. This impact wrench. I don't even think this is brushless, but $78. It's 300 foot-pounds of torque. Now, generally, when you just see one number, that usually means fastening. I don't know if that's the case here. I don't know. If you were looking for a cheap impact wrench though, and you're not going to use it often, I don't think you can go wrong with this. It does not come with the battery. It doesn't come with this big 4-amp-hour battery, but this should tip you off to something. I guarantee you, the only way to see anything close to this 300 foot-pounds, you'll need a big boy high output battery from Ryobi. So, you know, keep that in mind. Moving on, they used to be more honest. And when you go to these descriptions, they'll tell you that you need a certain battery. Usually they say you need an 8-amp-hour high output battery to achieve these numbers. And then they took that away. And I guess because it's turning people off, and now they get more sales from people thinking it's actually this powerful, and it's not. So moving on. This will be the last deal of the day. Well, you know, I skipped something. Speaking of the DeWalt inflator, I had it up on Amazon. I don't know what happened to it, but speaking of the DeWalt inflator now, sometimes Tools Direct they sell them for $76. There's none in stock right now, but you can keep checking Tools Direct on eBay. Remember, they just get returns. So a lot of this stuff is basically new. Sometimes you get people that swap stuff out though, so you need to double check that as soon as you get it. But $76? Oh yeah, for sure. Just get this DeWalt. And the DeWalt has onboard storage for plugging it into. Let me just bring this back up. Okay, so I guess it's not a real picture. I have a video up here. You know, just go check the video out. But there's a little opening compartment right here. It has onboard storage for the cord to plug into the car, and I like that. The overall build quality feels better than the Rigid, But again, you spending significantly more money. But for $76, I would go DeWalt all day. It's no question. So anyway, moving on to our last deal. And it's this rotary hammer drill. $59.99. This is the best deal I've seen probably, I don't want to say today, but this is a really good deal for a rotary hammer drill. Cool thing about rotary hammers is most people are not going to use these every day. So you don't really need to go big boy. But while this is brushed, it looks brushed. Again, I don't think, and I think this is weak too. I've seen, you can go pull it up on Home Depot website. It's 119, and people have some good things to say about it, and they have pictures and stuff. But I didn't even need to see that to know that this was a pretty decent tool, mainly because one, it has the shock absorbers in the handle. All right, that is a sign of a pretty high quality tool. It has the shock absorbers in the handle, and it has 4 modes. It has drill, hammer drill, chisel, and just that air hammer function. So $59.99 for that, that is a really good deal. I don't need to beat your head over the head with it, but this is a good deal for what you're getting. Like I said, over at Home Depot it's 119. So as long as you're getting more than one thing from Direct Tools, I'd say go ahead and grab something. Even this with the $15 shipping though is a good deal. But other than that, if you're just trying to get one thing, I'll be a little careful with that. But I'll leave this whole page for you to go through. Or you could just go click, Direct Tools, and it'll take you to the main page, and you can just see everything for 40% off. So that is it for today's video. Hopefully that was a little shorter than they have been. Yeah, appreciate all your support, and I'll see you guys next time.